So recently, so there's a strategy that we have where what I'm looking for is I want properties, it could be retail, office, industrial, that comes in individual parcels that we buy in bulk. So buy in bulk, sell in retail, say kind of like the Costco theory, right? Hopefully you could sell them for more. We found a 7-building office complex outside of Memphis. The strategy was to go in and fill the vacancy, had quite a bit of construction, which that is another lesson I learned a lot about. We'd go in there, add the value of doing that. But the biggest thing is that some of those buildings were already ready to be sold. So we would go in, we'd buy this up, put a 75% loan to value, turn around, sell off some of the properties as fast as we could to pay down the loan. And then we would hold the remaining buildings to sell off, hopefully after 12 months, to avoid the short-term gains. The ideal time frame was that 13 months, but we projected 2 years. We bought it for $3.5 million. We had projected about $5.3 million exit on the 7 buildings. And we were at a project level. We were at a 20% IRR, which would return an average of 18% cash on cash to the investors. So after we did everything, we were way ahead of schedule. We were able to return capital back to our investors within, I want to say, I think it was like 5 or 6 months, about 62% back to them. Paid off the loan within 4 or 5 months. And the interesting part was we were able to show losses on everyone's K1s because of the amount of TIs we did. So people weren't having to pay those short-term gains. And we ended up selling the last 2 buildings in the 13th month. So we sold and got out of the property in almost half the time. And we were able to achieve up over a 60% IRR, which brought in the low 30% cash on cash to the investors.